Greetings everyone. So before I get into what these lovely ladies from The View were saying about teen girls and young women going into a monastery during the summer, I do want to just let you know that I am planning, for those of you who have been following some of my videos on Father Piotr Glass, to make another video on this, because I think there are some details related to this case that you really do need to hear. Before I do that though, I do want to get a transcript of the court proceedings, because I feel that the court reporting we have in the media just isn't substantial enough. The reporting was basically done, by the looks of it, by one local/regional reporter who was covering this case and just doing a short write-up of some of the things that happened in it. And then later on, some more mainstream media picked up some of that information and put it into their own articles. But I'm just not convinced, certainly judging by some of the things people who attended this case have said, that we have enough information in these media reports. So I would really like to get a transcript. I have already contacted the Jersey court and asked them to give me a transcript, so let's see what happens. I haven't had a response so far. But there are some details that really do need to be known, such as evidence being presented in favor of Father Piotr Glass that was rejected by the court. Or let's say the judge basically decided that they wouldn't be taking this evidence because it's too late now and they just kind of want to get this court case done. There's also some interesting information about the alleged victim that you may want to know. And I may also possibly do an interview with a Polish priest who knows Father Piotr Glass rather well, and he is in touch with him quite regularly, and he has quite a lot of information on this. Again, quite a lot of detailed information that you, the audience, may want to know. But anyway, let's get back to the lovely ladies from The View. So in this clip, Joy Behar, who was filling in for Whoopi Goldberg, mentioned an article that talked about how, as I said earlier, teen girls and young women have decided to spend a part of their summer in monasteries with nuns. And of course, Joy Behar could not understand why they would do such a thing.
So according to an article in Bustle, teen girls and young women have found a hot new destination this summer. Guess where it is? Monasteries. Yes.
You see the laughter there already from the audience. Ha ha ha, women going to monasteries? What are they, crazy?
Apparently, several monasteries and convents are reportedly booked for the 2025 season. Some are calling this a vow of silent summer. How long do you think this table would last with a vow of silence?
Not very long at all, I would say. Probably a couple of seconds.
I give it 6 seconds.
I don't know, but
I wouldn't even give it 6 seconds.
3.5 years in a convent is beginning to sound good to me.
And we'd be more than happy, Anna Navarro, for you to go into a convent for that much time. Longer, if you like.
Right? Let me out in 2028.
No, don't let her out in 2028.
People are stressed. They're upset,
Yeah.
you know, and they don't know what to do with themselves. I would go to a therapist myself, but that's me, or I play Scrabble,
Yeah.
or have a martini.
This is essentially the go-to for secular women. Therapists and a martini. Go and pay lots of money to somebody calling themselves a professional who probably has a bunch of certificates up on their wall, knowing that every minute you sit in their office sobbing about how unfair life has been to you, the dollars are falling into their bank account.
But they go to a convent.
I actually did a book event with Maria Shriver for her book, I Am Maria, earlier in this year. And, you know, she went through some really difficult experiences and was in the lowest of lows in her life. And she went to a convent.
Oh, really? Well, she's very Catholic. That family's very Catholic.
And she, and then she said, she talked about it, and she says that the nun said to her, the Mother Superior said, you can't come and live here, but you do have permission to go out and become Maria, become yourself.
Yeah.
And she said it was incredibly helpful. I kind of like the idea of being in a little bubble of not being exposed to all of the stresses that we're going through.
See, that's fine, but why not a spa where you're actually getting massaged?
Well, Joy, maybe it's because these ladies actually have some spiritual needs that they want to fulfill, and being pampered in a spa doesn't quite meet that requirement.
Because it doesn't allow for
I
the
don't
type
see
of
it.
introspection, I guess. I wanted to be a nun. I mean, I think I've said that on the show
How long did
before.
that last?
It didn't last long.
No, we can see that.
But I
did
went on.
too.
I went on a
It's typical Catholic girls all want
Yeah,
to
Not me. I'm a Catholic too. I never wanted to be a nun.
I went on a religious retreat in high school called Veritas.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah, led by nuns. And I was like, this is the life. You got girls around you, no men, you got, gawking at you and stuff, and everybody's having a good time. One of the nuns was singing, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman.
Stop it.
Yes.
The nun was
Sister
singing
Christine. Sister Christine was singing it. And I was like, I could live this life. And then I went home and I hung out with my friends and it went away.
So she was there with the nuns, having a good time, according to what she's saying, and then when she got back into the secular world, she decided the appeal of the secular world was too strong.
But I'm thinking, like, this is nice because it's like you would have this sense of community for a short period of time.
This is why, like, monks have no possessions, and like when you go to monasteries and convents, they get rid of all the things that are distractions to us. And silent meditation, people have had the most massive aha moments and cleansing, cathartic things. Dan Harris, who I used to work with on Weekend Good Morning America, did silent retreats, and he inspired me.
What atheist Sam Harris, who won't be happy until Israel kills every man, woman and child in Palestine, inspired you to go on meditation retreats?
At some point when I can get away, which it's tough with little kids, but someday I want to go away for just a weekend or something where you turn off completely. If you go to spas, by the way, the difference is sometimes they have great food, but they also serve alcohol, and all, which I love. But in this instance,
At spas, they don't serve alcohol.
no, there are a lot of wellness
yeah, they
places.
do.
That's
I
one
love
of the
champagne,
questions
right?
many
I have
people
Where
ask.
is it? Write it down. I know where it is.
Is it just me, or is Joy Behar an alcoholic?
You can get wine and champagne.
It's kinda taking away-
It's got a whole wine bar.
And maybe Anna Navarro also?
Yeah, it takes away all those distractions, all those ways we numb ourselves.
By the way,
and the
you
world
do know
around us.
nuns. At least my Sacred Heart nuns could put down the alcohol.
What better thing to do as a Catholic than to make fun of nuns and insinuate that they like to drink a lot of alcohol?
Oh, well, but that's in the name of Jesus.
Well, in a lot of monasteries too.
Jesus did drink wine, so it's okay.
Go ahead.
I was to say a lot of monasteries are in places that they're in nature, so it's also about kind of reconnecting
Yes.
with nature. And there's that Henry David Thoreau quote about like heaven is beneath our feet as well as above us. So I think there is a
love that.
healing
Would you go to
property
one?
to being.
Would you go?
I definitely would. I would love that. I'm also I enjoy silence. I enjoy meditation and having some space to recenter.
I don't. We'll be right back.
Yeah, you made that pretty clear, Joy, that you're a secular woman of the world who despises anything spiritual. So there you go, that was the View's take. Joy Behar just doesn't get it. How could any woman want to spend some time in a monastery when you have booze and therapists you can go and see if you have any wellness problems you need to deal with? And of course, as I mentioned, our cafeteria Catholics, Anna Navarro and Sunny Hostin, not really adding anything intelligent to the conversation, with Hostin talking about how fun it was to be in a place where there weren't any guys and you can just chill out with girls. That's what going to a monastery was for her. You know, in a way, it's great that The View exists because there's so much awful content you can pick apart. And actually in the UK, they have or had, I don't know because I haven't checked, a very similar show to this in the mornings called Loose Women, where they also prattle on about nonsense. And whenever they discuss something a little bit more interesting, their views on the issue are horrendous. Leave your comments below, folks, as usual. As you can see, I'm still in a very basic room here with a door behind me and a lovely statue of Mary over there. I will be upgrading when I reach 10,000 subscribers, as I promised. It's going very slowly. I don't have a big YouTube channel where I get 10,000 subscribers by the day. At the moment, my subscriber count is kind of going like this. It's going very slowly at the moment, but I have made a promise and I will keep it if I reach that goal. Thank you very much for watching the video, folks. Have yourselves a blessed day.